know exactly when it started. Maybe it was in my dreams, where a man with dark eyes always appeared, looking at me with desperation before disappearing in nothingness. Or maybe it was the first time I saw Ryu, and my heart forgot how to beat. I met him at an exhibition about Japan. He was an archaeologist, someone who dedicated his life to uncovering buried stories. I, on the other hand, was a writer who invented lives that had never existed, or so I thought. But everything changed when I stopped in front of an ancient scroll, one that told the tragic story of a noble woman and a warrior doomed to an impossible love. Their names were Naomi and Haturo. As I stared at the faded painting, a chill ran down my spine. A sharp pain struck my chest, as if I were remembering something I had never lived. That was when Ryu spoke. You feel it too, don't you? His voice felt strangely familiar. I looked at him, and for a moment the museum disappeared. It was just him and me, trapped in time I didn't understand. But from that day on, the dreams became more intense. They were no longer just blurry images. I could feel the touch of hands, the whisper of broken promises, the cold edge of a dagger against my skin. I woke up in tears without knowing why. Ryu felt it too. Together, we tried to understand it, searching for answers in books, in ancient records, in ourselves, and then we remembered. We were not Akari and Ryu. We had been Naomi and Haruto. We had loved each other in another life and died for it. But fate had not allowed us to rest. Soon the signs became clearer. Strange accidents, shadows in the night, the feeling that something was trying to keep us apart. It wasn't just a memory, it was a curse that was still alive. We discovered that the only way to break the cycle was to find the dagger Naomi had used to end her life. We had to free ourselves from the past before it claimed us again. We found it in a cherry blossom forest, the same place where our previous lives had ended. I held it with trembling hands as Ryu looked at me with a mix of fear and love. Are we ready? I whispered. We've been ready for centuries. We plunged the dagger into the earth, and in that instant, the wind roared around us. I felt something detach from me, an ancient sorrow finally fading away. I looked at Ryu and knew he felt it too. The next morning we woke up different. No nightmares, no memories of death, only the present and a love that this time was ours and no one else's. Our fate was finally free.